is Anne, and this is Toby. And welcome to a Tobyknits Flosstube, episode 52. If you're new here, grab a cup of tea and get very comfortable because we are going to be talking about cross stitch today. Yes, today is all about the stitch. Mondays is knitting and crochet, and every other Friday is quilting and sewing. So grab a cuppa, get comfy. My cold is much better. I still have a cough, as you can tell, but I really do feel 100% better now. And that's all that counts, right? Of course, we did go over to the kids' house last night for dinner. So, you know, let's give it 5 days and find out if I have another cold. Oh, my goodness. They're so funny, though. Tristan came home with this little piece of paper that somebody had written happy 7th birthday on. And I looked at him and I said, Tristan, why do they think you're 7? Because I told them, Nana. He's not even 5 till April. I'm like, why did you tell them you were 7? Because I am. I want to be. Oh my gosh. He's so funny. Anyway, we've got all kinds to show you today. I have got a finished object, which I have to find because... Oh, it's just there. One moment, please. So I have a finished object, and I have 3 projects to show you, 1 project to talk about that's starting December 1st, and 1 project to show you that's starting January 1st. Oh, I did tell you, didn't I, that 2025 was going to be the year of the stitch. I think I told you that, didn't I? If I didn't, it is. So, anyway, it is pretty cold outside today. It's nice and sunny. Let me see if I can whiz you around and show you from out my window. It's nice and sunny. And no, I'm not sitting at the window today because we all know how distracted I get by the window. And yeah, I took Toby for a walk this morning. I actually had to put gloves on. So you can tell that it's starting to get cold when we had to put gloves on. I think last night it went down to -6. So yeah, winter's coming, winter's coming. Okay, so finished objects. I finished the Stitching Glee. Is that what? Let me see the name of it. Whoops. Stitching Glee is the website, and the name of the lady, well, I don't know her name actually. I think her name's Lorna, who has designed this. And this was, and thank you to the lovely lady who pointed out to me that my S was wrong here. I'd left a stitch off. So I fixed it. Thank you very much. I love it when you all give me comments. Anyway, this was the really nice stitch along. I really enjoyed stitching this. It was a story each week. It went on for 6 weeks. The first week gave us like background of the story and what we needed for threads. It was only 5 threads and fabric. I used a Lugana. No, I didn't. A Jubilee, a 32 count Jubilee, and I stitched 2 threads over 2 things, 2 over 2. 2 floss threads over 2 strands. There you go, 2 threads over 2 strands. I knew I'd get it in the end. And so I used DMC colors, and it was a lot of fun. So the first week, this was our first piece to stitch, and the story is about a stitching group and at a big stately home in Victorian time, and one of the stitches was found dead, and so we had to discover who it was that was had been the murderer. And so our first clue sent us to the garden, and we went and found a clue in the garden. And then the second was this little story, and then this, and then this, and then this. And then finally our last clue was this, which is nice because it put us all back. It made it even, which is good for my brain, because everything has to be matchy-matchy and line up for me. Symmetrical. Is that the word? Symmetrical. So yeah, I really enjoyed stitching this. I loved the fabric I stitched it on. Now, I did see on the website, on the Facebook page, somebody made it into a bag. And I thought, oh, what a good idea, because I don't really know what I would do with that. Like, it's not something I would have gone out and stitched to hang on my wall. I don't know if I have a couple of stitchy friends I could gift it to, but which one would you give it to? Like, there's a couple, right? And it's like, you know, so I think I might do that. Either make it into a cushion, or I will make it into a bag. I just thought that was a great idea. So yeah, watch this space. I will decide what to do with that. So that is my first and only finished object for the week. Now I have got my lovely 4 bags here to show you all the projects I've been working on. And let's start with the first one, which is so for this whole month, this is what I've decided I am going to work on for the rest of the month. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I work on the Historic Sampler Company's Christmas Robin Patchwork. Christmas Robin Patchwork. This is so much fun. Don't you love my really cute bag? So this is, I am in love with Historic Sampler Company. I really am. Oh, I even made a little bag to put all my bits in. And I'm stitching it on a hoop. I think this is an 8 or 9 inch hoop, and it fits perfectly in my bag. Plenty of room. And this, just put that down there, is a 4-part mystery that they brought out. And oh, it's so much fun. There's a lot of white. I'm going to give you that. There's a lot of white boxes to stitch, which I'm finding I like. One of my other friends is doing the same thing. She's just doing all the boxes first and then going to go back and fill in. And because that way then it's, you know, you've got a bouncing off spot because you've already got the boxes in there, and it's just easier to count for me anyway. That's how I did it. So here we go. This was clue 1 up to there, or the first part that came out. Are they not darling? Look at this gorgeous little thing. And then the stockings. And then we just had up to the head of the reindeer. And we had half the bell on this and half of a robin. And then the second part was this, which was this really cute angel. The house. I love houses. Hands up who loves houses to cross stitch. I do. And that's one of the reasons I'm going to tell you about my January stitch along, because there's a house. And then we got to finish these off and the other robin. And then so now we're on number 3. Number 3 released on Monday, I think. Yeah. And so I have done more of down the side, done this box. One of my cute little reindeers. Look at the little tail. There's some leaves that have to come off of this, which I'll do when I finish this. I got half the bell done. Now, I feel like I did a mistake here because this isn't I'm missing a stitch on this side, but I'd already done it. And I don't mind that there's only 2 little pinks there. There should be 3. I don't care. I'm just leaving it. And obviously, then we come down here, and in here we've got, what have we got? I don't remember. I'll look and tell you what we've got to stitch. Let me look and tell you. It's easier. I have it on my markup. Let's see when it loads. Come on. Oh yeah, we've got a sleigh to go in here with Christmas presents. Oh, and then down here is another Christmas tree, a bigger one with some long dangly ornaments. And then of course this is where we will start coming this way, and I think there's a couple more trees. Oh, and there's a half a Santa's face, so obviously we're going to be doing a Santa. So it's kind of fun because you get to see half of what you're stitching. Obviously this will be the other half, and then the Santa here, you know. So anyway, I love it. This is on 32 count Swigart linen in the colorway Sage Green, which was dyed especially, I believe, for this stitch along. So I am loving it. It is such a lot of fun. So I am stitching this, as I said, on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays for the rest of the month. And then I will have to more than likely stitch a little bit in December just to finish it off, because I think the last clue that we get is the 25th of November. So obviously I'm not going to stitch it in 3. It literally does take me the 2 weeks to stitch the portion, only because I have other things I'm stitching. As you know, it's not like I'm doing one thing. No, I'm not doing just one thing, am I? No, of course not. That wouldn't be me if I wasn't doing one thing. Anyway, okay, let me go back to where I was there. Excuse me. So, next thing that I'm working on Thursdays and Fridays, and sometimes I stitch them in the evening, sometimes I stitch them in the daytime, so it doesn't really matter, but those are the 2 days I focus on that project. And the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are the 3 days I focus on the robin. So this one is also another stitch along. Oh, well, you know me and mysteries and stitch alongs. I mean, you just know, right? I'm there. You say mystery and I'm there. So in this bag that I made, which has all kinds of woodland animals on, is that not the cutest? And by the way, a lovely lady by the name of Judy messaged me on Etsy, at my Etsy store, because she wanted a Flosstube bag like this, and I've lost her message. It's gone, it's disappeared. So Judy, could you email me? My email will be below if you're watching this, because I don't know how to get hold of you, because it disappeared off Etsy. Don't know why, it just did. Anyway, and then my good friend Sue got me this. You even read that? Is it blowing out? There we go. And so I put that on here. So in here is the Secret Grove. Now, let me just tell you, I am loving this like you wouldn't believe. The colors, the shading. Oh. Now, this started on November 1st. And this is a 6-month project. Yeah, 6 months. So every 3 weeks, we are going to get, I'm just going to do this so you can't see anything. And this is by needlelotdesigns.com. Yes, needlelotdesigns.com. And it's going to look like this. So it's a long piece, and we're just on this first one. So our next one, I think, is released I think the 22nd of November is our next number 2, which will be going here. But this is absolutely amazing. It is set in a wood at nighttime, and it's all of the animals in this secret grove that come out at night, and how they are and what they do in their natural habitat. Oh my goodness, I am loving it. I just can't, I want to stitch on this all the time, but I can't because I've got all the other stuff. So this I am stitching on a 32 count Lugana in Exotic Orchid 2/2, and I'm using DMC threads, which are all the called for threads. But look, holy moly. I mean, can you just, I mean, come on, look at this. And you know what he's doing? I'll put a picture up. He's reaching for a key. A key! I'm not kidding, it's amazing. Look how beautiful that is. Look at the coloring and the shading. I'm in love with this. Totally in love with this. So I'm really enjoying that. So that's my Thursday, Friday stitch for the rest of this month. So I'm very happy with that. It's a lot of fun. And you can still get in on the act. I'll leave all the links below. You can still do the Christmas Robin SAL too. So I'll leave that below and this one so you can go in and join up. The next one I'm working on Saturdays and Sundays is this one, which is in this gorgeous fabric I made last year for the kids and for us, a wall hanging, and each of them got a different house, and each house was all, I quilted each house differently, and they all got the wall hanging. So this is kind of cool because it reminds me of last Christmas and what everybody got for Christmas. So in here is the globe. Now this was a tiny Modernist design, for, a stitch along, I believe, for 2022. Let me just move this out of the way a minute. Let me just, hang on a sec, I got a needle. Obviously I was in the middle of a stitch. So I'm just gonna move this needle to the back. There, that's better. So this, and I'll put a picture up here of what this one was, and I started it, got most of the first part, which was the outside of the snow globe, done, and then put it away. I never did it. So I decided that this year I wanted to try and finish this off. And I'm just moving the stitch marker there. And I would like to get this finished for Christmas. That's my plan. I am not going to stitch the bottom part, which has all the snowman, the nutcracker, the presents. I'm not doing that. I'm literally just, what you're going to see is all I'm doing. I'm just going to fill in the rest of the snow globe and the inside of the snow globe. So here it looks. So I've got quite a bit done since you saw me. I've got this big old guy here started. There's his face coming. And I got another one of the trees all done. So they're done. And of course, here's Santa up here. So left to do is the rest of his face, which I'm pretty sure I can get done in one evening. And then there's a deer that's standing on his back and a fox. And then there's a couple of snow flakes all around. And then of course, I've got all this part to do. Maybe it's a bit much thinking I can get this done by the end of the month. But I'm going to try. If I don't, it goes into WIPGO for next year. But there you go. I think it's coming along lovely. This is on a 32 count linen. Tea is the colorway, I think. Tea dyed linen. I think that's what it was called. So there's this. It's very pretty. And I'm very happy with that. So that is my Saturday, Sunday stitch. And I'm going to try and keep that up for the rest of this month. Those 3 projects in the week. And we'll see how that goes. I think it'll work. Now, I'm also ready, because you've got to get ready for December 1st. It's Advent. I'll be doing Vlogmas. I've already got up here, oh, these are a couple of the other crochet and knitting ones that have come in. Oh, Advents that have come in. There are 4. I'm doing 4 this year. Yeah, I know. My husband looked at me like, what? 4? But this one is my cross stitch one. And I also took some fabulous advice from some of my subscribers who left lovely comments for me to say they all thought I should open day 1 to 6 at home before I go to New York City on the 1st of December. So pre-record the opening basically, and then just insert that during my Vlogmas videos from New York, which I think is what I'm going to do. I think that was a smart idea. So that will be there. Now, I will be taking a cross stitch with me to New York to work on every day, as well as the Toft Advent, which is the crochet, to work on every day. The 2 yarn ones I've got, which are both 12-day, I will open one every other day, so there will still be 24 all the way through. But those items I'm not even going to attempt to knit until one will be a Christmas Eve cast on and one will be a New Year's Eve cast on. So there we go. But now that I have finished the threads of Deceit, I was able to erase the wording and add in my Advent, and this is now holding my Advent. And what's in here? Oh, well, if you saw last week, I did an unboxing, and this is, I'm so excited. This is the Cotton and Twine, which is part of Historical Sampler Company, but these are their monthly subscription boxes. These are amazing. You get in them, so if you haven't seen it, go back and check the video I did earlier in the week of the unboxing. You get the pattern, which comes in black and white or color, and the instructions. You get the fabric, and in this case, this is the same green from the robin, but this is in the Ada. So here is the piece, and it's not too big when you think about it, so it's not going to be a very big stitch. It's going to be perfect. It's one of the reasons I love their monthly boxes, because the stuff you get in the box to stitch isn't a hard, you can get it done in the month, easy. They also sent the floss and the needle, the gold needle. You got to remember that, it's the gold needle that I love. The stuff to do the finishing, they actually show you how to do finishing of each part. You don't just get the project and think, oh, now what am I going to do with it? They show you the finishing. And in here is the pom-pom thread, whatever that's called, to finish it off as well, and my scissors. So they're in there. So this is an Advent, and my plan is that I am going to stitch a square every day from the 1st of December on. So I will have finished stitching it on December 24th, and I might I don't know if Christmas Day I'll be able, or even the 24th I'll be able to actually fully finish it so I can hang it up, but it doesn't matter. The point is I want to do this every single day throughout to get ready for Christmas. How much fun is that? And look, they're so cute. And they won't take long to stitch. So my plan, because we're taking the train to New York City, we're driving to Syracuse, then taking the train. So my plan is on the train, I think it's a 5 or 6 hour train drive. Which is the 1st of December. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the middle, which I believe is here somewhere, here probably. And then I'm going to count over this way and do the white stitches and then go up, and then I'll have the white and start number 1. So that's my plan to start. And then of course each day after that I will do each square and the little bit of border as I go. So this is all ready to go. I am so excited. about that. And then anything that I get in my Advent from Bothy Threads, anything I get in that, if there are any stitching projects, because I do believe there's supposed to be 5, I will decide if I will stitch that during the December or wait until the new year, because of course, as we know, 2025 is the year of the stitch, and even little projects I'm trying to work out, do I want to do a new start every month, which I feel like I do. I'm definitely going to do a new start every month because I've got a bunch of kits down here. I'll show you the first one I actually want to start. It is this one. This is the one I want to start on January the 1st or that week because I think it's lovely. So I want to start that one on the 1st of January, and or thereabouts. The other one I want to start on the 1st of January is another stitch along from Historic Sampler Company. Oh, here's a sneaky peek. They have just announced this, and pre-orders are now open, so you can go and order it. I believe it ships to you on the 23rd of November, or is it December? Let me just see. They sent me an email to tell me when it's going to ship. It is going to ship. Oh, okay. So it's open for pre-order now, and this dispatch date for the project is the 24th of November. So you've got a couple of weeks to get in and get it. Now, I don't know if there's limited numbers. I'm not sure. But you really want to try it. It is in celebration of winter with gorgeous flora and fauna of the season and in a fabulous patchwork design. Look at those colors. I mean, number one, the owl. Number one, the owl. And here's what I love about these patchwork samplers. So you can order this, and there are several ways you can get it. You can get it with linen or Aida, and you can also get a full kit. I'm going to leave all the links below, so you need to go and explore them and decide what you want. It does come from England. It is, for the full kit, I think it's £43, including postage and packaging. For the linen one, it's 45. There is a full kit, which comes with a gift box, which has got, I think, scissors, a needle minder, stuff like that. And or you can just get the PDF, which is £15. And you would use your own linens and or fabric, Aida, whatever, and your own colors. And they're always DMC, and they always give you a list, so you know exactly what it is. So for overseas though, the price, so that would be for in England, but it's not that much more for overseas. It's $48 for the full Aida kit, $50 for the linen kit, and that is in pounds. I'm sorry, I hear something outside. Oh, yesterday, no, Remembrance Day, I was in the kitchen getting a cup of tea, and I heard this noise, and I was like, what is that? It sounded like a train, but it sounded like 10 trains all at once. And I mean, then I thought, is it a lawnmower? But it would have had to be 10 lawnmowers all at once. And I thought, I gotta go see what it is. I opened the back door and stepped out onto my back deck. 2 ruddy great big Chinooks came flying over the house. They were so low, I could have probably reached up and handed them a cup of tea. I felt like the whole of the house was shaking with these things, and they were flying like in a formation or whatever. You know, one was ahead of the other one, but they were side by side. But holy moly, they are big helicopters. Wow, it was so cool to see it though. And anyway, sorry, no, so that was actually Bob on the lawnmower going by. And Toby is back here and wants to be picked up. Where were we? we were talking about this fabulous patchwork kit that we have to get. We have to get it. Oh, I'm getting it. And so there is the gift box, I said, but you don't need to get the gift box. If you get the kit, I believe it's just fabric, floss, and a needle, I think. I don't know if there's anything else in it. The kit, the gift box comes with other stuff in it. But again, you'll see all that on the website when you go and check it out. And, or again, £15 for just the PDF file. But oh, I'm doing it. Look at the house. Look at the tiny house. I want the house. Look, you can even see in the windows. Oh, it's going to be lovely. And the colors. But anyway, I was also telling you, I'm getting so excited about this. It's ridiculous. How can somebody get so excited about a cross-stitch chart? Oh dear. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to tell you was, I mean, the fabulous thing about these patchworks, even the robin one I'm doing. Look, I'm losing my breath. I'm so excited. I just have a sip. Breathe in, breathe. Is you can do each one of those little boxes on its own. So once you've got this chart, once you're doing the whole thing, when it's done and finished and you've got this whole beautiful big picture to stick on your wall, you can go back and you can make, so for example, I could go back and make just this little scene and make it into a little pillow, one of them that you put in a dough bowl. Or the robin, imagine making that little robin and putting him as an ornament for your tree. This is what I love about these patchworks. You don't have to just do it like this. Afterwards, you can go back and just take those little parts of the chart. Isn't that amazing? So imagine what we can do with that owl one. We could do just the owl and make just that as a little piece. Oh. I love it. I am so loving my cross stitch right now. It's not even funny. I've also joined a group because I'd asked last week if people knew of any challenges that we could do to help it. Like I got tons of whips. We all know I'm doing Whip Go for next year. I've already got my board sorted, but I've still got a bunch of projects to do that haven't even been opened and started, and a bunch of ones that have to finish. So I needed some more challenges, and I wanted to know if there were any out there. Well, I got this fabulous message, and for the life of me now, I've just forgot her bloody name. One moment while I try to remember her name. Leslie. Lacey, not Leslie, Lacey, who is from the Sleepy Stitcher, I think that's her name, and she's in Japan. She's an American, but she lives in Japan. And on her video last week, it was so amazing. She put pictures up on her, I'll leave her link below to her podcast. She put pictures up of her life in Japan and what it's like, and oh my gosh, she's lived there for 6 years, but wow, what an amazing, 3 years, what an amazing 3 years she's had there. She's the one that got me into do this. I saw her doing it and wanted to do it, so she sent me this link to this Facebook group called Free Cross Stitch Challenge, and you have to answer a bunch of questions to give your email address, because every month she sends you, and she's lovely, her name's Amanda, she sends you, and she's Canadian, she sends you some challenges, and you can print them out and do them. I sat there this morning coloring in all the things that I've done this month so far, and you can win prizes. Now, I don't care about the prizes. I just love the paper and, filling stuff in and taking part in something. And they have the Facebook group is fabulous. Everybody's chit-chatting on it. So I'm super happy with that. So I'm just practicing this month and December, obviously, to get used to doing the challenges the way she sets them out. But come January, I'm definitely going to do the whole year with her. And I believe she also puts out little mini charts that you can stitch. So she designs too. So that's cool. So yeah, that's yeah. Can you not tell I'm excited? I know. Well, I should go. I've been on here 35 minutes. You see, you should have had a biscuit. I should have told you to get a biscuit, shouldn't I? Yeah. Well, that's another thing. In the boxes from Cotton and Twine, you get treats every time. This last one, the Advent one, we got little Christmas frosted shortbread cookies. Tristan, Evelyn, and I adored them. Yes, we did. Anyway, I'm going because this is ridiculously long now and I'm just waffling on. So, I will be back. Will I? No, I won't. Maybe I will. It's hard to tell. If I can record next Tuesday for you, then I should be able to put one out for next week because we leave for Nova Scotia the same day. So I'll try to get one up. Yeah, I will. Anyway, and there's no quilty fun this Friday because it's the every 2 weeker. So I'll be back Monday with a knitting podcast, and hopefully next Wednesday with another Flosstube. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.